It's that time again, everyone. Time for another. This is Commentary with Ozzy Rose. Hello, everyone. I'm Ozzy Rose. I hope everyone's having a great day today. As y'all know, I usually don't complain. I'm not going to try to do that here, but the topic is vengeance. That's right, vengeance. As y'all know, I live a Christian life. I'm a Christian man. I have forgiven some of the worst people in my entire life, like the 3 doctors that intentionally took my wife's life. I forgave them for that. But it seems like things keep going on and on. As y'all know, I don't have no family left alive of any kind. So you may say, well, what's steaming you? Well, I can't really say right now what that is, but I've been stabbed so bad in the back that I look at it almost like a death. And I know vengeance is mine, said the Lord. I know we're not supposed to take matters into our own hands, but I know me. I'm a real nice guy, as everyone knows, here in Jonesboro, Arkansas. But when you stab me so far in the back, nice goes out the window, and then violence comes in, meaning you're going to pay hard. So, like I said, I can't say right now what that is, but I treat it like a death in the family. That's what I treat it like. I have forgiven so many people in my life for some of the worst things. I just give you an example, like what happened to my late wife. 3 gay doctors took her life because they hated women. She was number 18 of the women that they intentionally took their lives. I forgave them for that. You know, and how I've been stabbed in the back is by 2 people that knows my story, that thoroughly knows how I live, know that my finances are very small that I get each month. They know I sleep in a tent, and they make a lot more money than I do. But yet, they have stabbed me so far in the back that I guess they think I don't know who or what they are. But I do. And it's not good for them. Like I said, I can't really go into it. And I know that vengeance is mine, said the Lord. But vengeance is going to be mine, too. And I'll pray for forgiveness later. You know. So, I can't, like I said, I can't really divulge totally what that is. But when 2 individuals that make great money stab me in the back, and screw my whole life up, if you think that I'm not going to do anything, then you don't know Ozzy Neil Rose. Period. So, you know, I'm not going to say what I'm going to do, but yeah, you can use your own imagination. So, like I said, I treat it like a death because that's kind of what it's like. So, I'm not telling you out there to take matters into your hands and use violence of any kind. I wouldn't dare tell that to anybody. Of course, I'm nobody's boss. And then y'all know in these commentary segments, I just give you examples like for me, you know. So, these 2 individuals has got some pain and suffering to go through. And yeah, they're going to go through it. Now, it's not going to happen right now. I'm not going to say what it is I'm going to do. But I'm a 58-year-old man. I'm a very methodical man. And I'm a very smart man. These 2 individuals are not too smart. They're a little on the stupid side. And like Ron Watt says, you can't fix stupidity, folks, and you can't. But when I get done with them, they might smarten up just a tad. We'll see. But anyways, it is true that vengeance is mine, says the Lord. You're supposed to leave matters like that up to Him, which I do. Generally, I do. Anybody that knows me. And people would say, well, now, Ozzy, you're not a Christian man if you can't forgive. I can forgive these 2 individuals, but I'm not going to. Not right now. Not while my life is hanging in the balance. Like I said, I'll pray about it later. I'm not praying about it right now. Because prayer is not going to help my situation out. I'm in a real bad, dire strait fixture here. And when I'm going to be in a dire straight fixture because of two morons, then they're going to pay. And I don't think anybody would blame me if they knew the exact situation. This is some things that happens to other people too. I do know that. I know I'm not the only one. But being said, when these two individuals make a lot more money than I could ever think about making, and they know my story, and they stab me through the back, then yeah, it's not going to be good for them. I'm not going to say what or when I'm going to do anything. That's going to be a surprise. But these two individuals don't think I know what they did. And they think I don't know it was them, but I do. One thing that I've always had in my favor, folks, because I'm trying not to get off the topic of vengeance, anything that I pay attention to, that I see or hear, I have a photogenic memory, and I will not forget it. So that's one thing that works in my favor, and I've always had that gift. Now, if I don't pay attention to what's being said or, heard or seen, then I won't. But I was paying really big attention, see. So it is what it is. But like I said, I wouldn't tell nobody to take matters in their own hands and use vengeance of any kind, whether it's with violence, legal matters against certain people. I wouldn't tell anybody that. I'm not saying exactly what I'm going to do because I don't want to ruin the element of surprise. But yeah, when my life hangs in limbo, like today I couldn't go strutting. I doubt that I'll be able to go tomorrow. I doubt if I'll be able to go the day after. That's how bad the situation is. That's why I said I treat this like a death in the family. It's a very serious matter. So I wouldn't tell anybody like to do anything legal-wise, violent-wise, or any other way. I'm not saying exactly how I'm going to deal with this. I already know how I'm going to do it, but I can't tell y'all because I'm a very smart man. I think things out. I'm methodical. It could be the violent way. It could be the legal way. It could be a totally different other way. I've got several scenarios that I can use to my advantage. But I would tell anybody, if someone does you very dirty and stabs you through the back instead of just stabbing you in the back, and you have to do something about it to individuals. I'm not telling you to use violence. I'm not telling you to use legal matters. I would just tell you, think it out before you act. And I always do. I think before I act, So, but once I can let everyone know what happened, I will tell it, because I make my life public record. I have nothing to hide. Right now, I don't have nothing to hide. I just can't speak and say for sure what this is. But it's very serious. If I say I'm treating it like a death in the family, that ought to tell you something. And as everyone knows here, I love having fun. I love strutting. But I can't strut without music. And right now, I don't have no music. So I don't know how soon I'm going to get. I got to get some other things taken care of before I can act and do what I know I'm going to do. So I would tell anybody, whether it's a friend that stabs you in the back or if it's a family member and you have to do something about it, I would just tell you, please think it out and do try to remember, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. So, and I do remember that, I try not to handle things the violent way when it comes to anything. But if I have to, I will. And I don't care if I go to jail. Two things has to happen if I go to jail. 3 meals and a roof. So, and eventually they'll let me out someday. So that doesn't bother me. But I'm not saying how I'm going to do this because it would let the cat out of the bag. But please, if someone does something really dirty to you, just think it out before you act. That's all I say, And try to remember that vengeance is mine, says the Lord. But anyways, I hope you all have a good day today. I hope you have a good night. Please join me for my live show tonight at 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time called The Strutting Man Show. I would love to see you all then. Have a great day, everybody. So long. We'll see you tomorrow.